It's an old samurai quote. It said, it is spiritless to think that you cannot attain to that which the masters have attained. The masters are men, you are a man. If you think you are inferior to the masters or accomplishing what they have accomplished, you will be on that road very soon. I've trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for about 20 years now. I got a second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu without an instructor. I did that because I have a strong passion, a strong love for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And that love led to a certain kind of discipline, okay? So I want you to think about, I want you to imagine three students going to a guitar lesson right now, okay? The first student really has no desire to play the guitar, like to take guitar lessons, but was invited there by a friend. So he's there, he really thinks guitars are cool, and he wants to make some cool sounds, pick it up, go crazy, but he really doesn't know how to play the guitar, all right? This person has a certain kind of freedom. It's the kind of freedom that allows for him to pick the guitar up, play it, go crazy, but I call this a counterfeit freedom, because the person doesn't sound good. Nobody wants to hear him play. Nobody's going to pay him to play. Nobody's going to buy his music, right? The second person has a desire to play the guitar, is there because they want to learn, but has trouble with the discipline that it takes to sit and practice, to sound bad for a while, to not do so well. This person struggles with that, all right? But I want you to think about that original freedom to pick the guitar up and play it. When you go from that kind of freedom to the freedom, or I'm sorry, the discipline of obeying the rules of playing a guitar or any other kind of instrument, or maybe participating in a sport or whatever, when you go from the freedom to do whatever to the discipline of obeying the rules and sacrificing and submitting, then you lose some of that freedom. All right, that original freedom. I call this sacrificial freedom. You're making a sacrifice to gain. This person number two, struggles with that. Person number three, this person has a strong passion, a strong love to play the guitar. Okay, so this person, they don't have a problem sitting down and practicing and going through all the hard work, the hand cramps, the blisters, and everything it takes to become a good guitar player. They understand that. They understand another quote that I've heard from G.K. Charleston. It says, anything that is worth doing well is worth doing poorly at first. And they understand that, and they're okay with that. And so they discipline themselves. They learn all the rules of the guitar, the principles, the theories, and they submit to them. They obey them. Now with this kind of obedience, they begin to gain a whole new kind of freedom. This freedom allows them to play eventually the guitar without error. They can play it automatically without thinking. They can begin creating music on their own. They can begin performing. They can begin writing songs and entertaining people. They can begin inspiring people with their lyrics. These people would probably pay to hear the music. These people would probably pay to buy the music. These people would probably have the music stuck in their head throughout the day. So I call this true freedom. This is a whole new kind of freedom. This freedom, in opposition or compared to the counterfeit freedom, which allows you just to pick up an instrument and play it, but not sound good, this freedom is a freedom that's submitted to the rules. It was obedient to the knowledge of what is good and how to play the guitar properly, and it allows for a whole new kind of freedom. And this freedom allows for you to inspire people. It gives you power, okay? So if I go back to it, love equals obedience. If you have love for music, if you have love for people, if you have love for sports, if you have love for art, if you have love for education, whatever it may be, if you have love for life, everything comes with rules. And when we learn to submit to those rules, we become more free to do what is right and what is good within that thing itself. And that gives us more power, it gives us more freedom to express ourselves, to create, This is something that you cannot do when you have the counterfeit freedom. When you're unwilling to discipline yourself, submit yourself, sacrifice, make sacrifices, and obey. So sometimes when we talk about self-empowerment, we're often thinking about maybe we don't obey, we do what we want, right? But I'm saying something different. I'm saying when you learn to obey the rules and follow the rules, you actually gain a whole new kind of freedom that you cannot get otherwise, right? So we have love, obedience, we have sacrifice, commitment, hard work, endurance, and perseverance. These are the things that build courage and confidence and a true freedom that gives you power. So when you think about self-empowerment, I want you to think about sacrifice and discipline, commitment and dedication, and whatever it is you're doing. I love jiu-jitsu. That's how I was able to do what I did in jiu-jitsu. I have a strong passion for it. I submitted myself to it. I didn't have an instructor, but I submitted myself to the art itself, and I had a desire to grow and learn, and that's what I did. But it all started with love. All right, guys, thank you very much today. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you at the jiu-jitsu seminar. I'll be helping out with it.
All right, let's hear it for Luke one more time. Thank you very much, sir.